Agent 47
No,
white?
he doesn't look white. He doesn't look Mexican. Well, he could be Spanish. Yeah, I guess
it's
you're
hard
right.
to tell.
Yeah, he could be Zorro.
He could be Zorro. I can see him as Zorro.
I can see him as Zorro.
Yeah.
I suck, but I can see him as Zorro.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the Zilla Boys podcast. I am Jacob Sizemore. To my right is Ernesto Gonzalez.
Good morning for y'all. Good night. Good evening for us.
Good evening for us.
Welcome to the Zilla Boys podcast. So here again, my boy Jacob in the Empire Printing Studios in Bedford, Texas, coming at you with some stuff that came up in the news today, right, Jacob?
Quite a few things came up in the news, nerd culture news. Before we get to those things, which are very important things, I want to give a quick reminder for everyone who is watching our podcasts that we will be doing a Kong versus Godzilla reaction video on the 6th of April. We'll be doing our full watch party. We'll be listening to the whole thing. We'll be having our reactions to who's fighting who's losing against who. So take a look at that. It's going to be very similar to our Zack Snyder video. So take a look at that. Ernie, who do you want to win, or who do you think is going to win?
Quick pre-prediction. I'm going for Kong, man. I think, Godzilla's got the nuclear, power, and he's can breathe underwater, and all Kong has is an opposable, finger on his toe, and that's, his only advantage. So, I think he's going to give him a run for his money. That's what I think. I'm going for Kong. Hope Kong kicks his butt.
Okay. Here's what I think. Kong is set up as the hero in this movie, so he's probably going to win, just because the movie trajectory wants him to win.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They've already set him up as, we need Kong, and they already had that little girl, set up as the emotional conflict between him and Kong, and Godzilla just looks like the villain destroying everything. That being said, I don't give a crap about Kong. I love Godzilla.
I'm going for Kong because he's the underdog, man, and he's got to get an axe. To compete with Godzilla. He's
got to ring Thor's door and hey, can I borrow that for a minute?
Like Godzilla can take electricity and like I said, nuclear explosions and still live. And
exactly,
all Kong he's just got that.
He's got a thumb,
extra thumb on his foot.
No, Kong can beat a Godzilla in a thumb war. I don't think Godzilla has thumbs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't think he has thumbs either.
Yeah. So I think realistically, Godzilla wins every time. He's a freaking nuclear dinosaur. Absolutely. He walks around with spikes on his back, almost impenetrable skin. He can breathe fire, and if someone for some reason decides to give him a nuclear radiation, he's gonna blow up and disintegrate Kong.
Or he'll just if that happens, he'll just go to sleep and then wake up strong.
Yeah, he'll just go to sleep and Kong will be beating on him.
So you're saying Zilla's got him, gonna knock him out?
I think that Godzilla should, and I hope he does, but I don't think they're going to make him do that. The movie did say there's going to be a victor, and if they're going to push for a victor, they're probably going to push for Kong, but I wish Godzilla would win.
Okay, right on.
Cool, man.
Sounds good to me. We'll see when we watch it on Saturday when we do our watch party.
Yeah, check it out on April 6th. We will resume our normal podcasts on the 7th of that Wednesday.
That's right.
All right, Ernesto, why don't we get into the topics?
Let's get to a topic.
No, I'm saying that so I can actually log back into my phone so I can see the topics. Okay. All right, the first bit of movie news today. Mortal Kombat has unfortunately been pushed back to April 23rd, which is not really big news, but it's just there. So I don't think it's a big deal.
No, dude, because it's going to come out April 14th. That's 2 weeks, man.
It's fine.
And honestly,
we'll be fine.
And honestly, man, I could use a little buffer break after freaking Godzilla versus King Kong, because it just seems like it's happening all too fast. Zack Snyder cut, Falcon Winter Soldier now, and then freaking, now you got Kong versus Dylan, and 2 weeks later you got Mortal Kombat. They just want to space it out. They want to get those subscribers going.
That is very true. Good strategy. I'm not going to lie. I really wish that they would come out at a more rapid pace, because when we started this podcast, there wasn't a lot of stuff happening. There was just kind of Mandalorian had just ended, and that was the stuff that was happening. We were coming in at the worst time. And now, all of a sudden, after COVID, movies are starting to come back in, and now I just want all the blockbusters that may have, for some people, didn't seem like the biggest deal in the world. Kong and Godzilla now seems like a huge event because it's a blockbuster again. Yay! So.
Oh, and can we just add one thing that we want to say? In the news today, it said that Kong and Godzilla opened up internationally last weekend and made $123 million, which is the biggest post-COVID opening. I think Tenet made what, 30, 40 million?
Yeah, I didn't make a lot of money.
But it was big because it was COVID.
Yeah.
But for freaking King Kong to make 123 million, and it's not even the United States hasn't even participated yet, that's pretty big. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy about that.
I saw a list online, and Tenet was on both. The title for both of them, or for them individually, was the biggest grossing movies of 2020. One of them was Tenet, and then the lowest grossing movies, the other one was also Tenet. So Tenet lost a lot of money. It got a lot of money for like COVID times, but it also lost a bajillion ton of money. Again, that's partially because Christopher Nolan was pushing it to be in theaters, and I respect it, but that's its own topic. And
so that's pretty big.
And, but yeah.
And
I'm
now
going
things,
off topic.
and now things are starting to open up, so we can. You're gonna see Kong versus Godzilla in theaters. I just let the cat in the bag. Sorry.
Yeah.
But dude, if it's good, I want to go see it in theaters because there's nothing like that movie needs to be watched in theaters, man.
It's two giant monsters fighting each other. It's one thing to watch it like in your living room, which is cool and it's fun and we can talk over each other.
Right.
But it's another thing to like be in a dark theater with a bunch of people on a big screen and have Godzilla punch the crap out of
seeing in the IMAX format where you can the high definition is just gonna pop and all the color and the sound, man, from the explosions. You gotta watch that in theater, dude.
Especially in like the visuals they've been putting out with the trailers. Absolutely. It just looks gorgeous. Like even like if I'm just speaking like film wise, like the aesthetic of like the sun setting on the harbor as Godzilla like comes out of the water to fight Kong, everything just looks freaking gorgeous, and it kind of looks like Pacific Rim when they're fighting
that's what you're talking about
in
the city. God, it's so big. And all the neon lights are reflecting off the scales and off his fur, and and it's raining or something. Yeah, it looks badass, dude.
It looks like Guillermo del Toro came in for like half a second, like, can I direct a few of these segments?
Dude, honestly, I miss the theaters, man. I really do, man. I mean, I like watching stuff at home, but man, I miss going to theaters. This is one of my favorite things to do. I'm a movie buff. I'm a movie buff. I don't want to say I can't say the other word.
I got what you were saying. Okay, I understood.
But yeah, I'm that. But I miss going to the movies, man, and the movie experience, bro.
There's nothing that's going to replace that. And look, I will say people have changed their habits because of COVID, and that's the thing that was going to happen. And look, I really enjoy like sitting on the couch and watching a movie, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. Like I have a pretty dope TV and a sound bar and a subwoofer, and my place has pretty good acoustics, but it's not the same as the IMAX THX quality sound, and
who knows. Speaking of things that are going to be on the small screen, Falcon and Winter Soldier came out as of recent, and we neglected to review the last few episodes.
To talk about it. Well, I'm glad it gave us 2 episodes to get started because I know it started kind of slow again, and I know you wanted to start at a fast pace, so you wanted to come out and it didn't.
No, not at all. Well, it's par for the course for us because every time something comes out, we're like 5 days late to reviewing it.
Well, not just that. Like I told you, like Marvel's. Like I liked this so far. I thought it was good, man. Like it's better than WandaVision. WandaVision, I liked it, but it was different. This is like good old, MCU,
old fashioned, sock him in the face.
And just the story alone is really good, man. Like Sam gives up the shield. He walks away from being a new Captain America.
And then the worst Captain America. Let's do this by episode. So let's do episode 1 first. Okay. What did you think of episode 1?
I like episode 1. I liked it, man. I thought it was good. It continued from Endgame. And it showed where Sam is at after he gets the shield. And like I said, he gives it up. He has this freaking award where he gives it up to the Smithsonian as like a tribute to Captain America. And then Rhodey's like, he actually Rhodey's in the first episode, like doing a cameo already. I think he's gonna come back later. But anyways, and he's like, he asked him, he's like, dude, why'd you give up the shield, man? And he's like, I can't do it, man. And he's dealing with that. And then we find Bucky, and Bucky's like in a whole different other place, man. Like he's like going through hell every day, man. Like he's sleeping and seeing the people he kills in his dreams and his nightmares, and he's just having mental issues. He's not. I mean, he's. I'm sure when he came out of it, he had Cap to help him out, but he has nobody now, dude. He's alone, man, and he's facing all these problems he has. He even sees a shrink, man. He doesn't even tell her what's going on, like for real. He's lying to her, and she knows he's lying to her, and he's just trying to face these demons by himself, and he doesn't have to, man. And Falcon too, man. Falcon's going through some stuff. Like he comes back home after being blipped for 5 years, and the family, fishing boat is being repossessed by the bank, and they won't give him a bank loan, even though he's a damn Avenger, which I thought was harsh.
I think that's a kind of a weird thing, and I guess that's kind of an interesting thing they did bring up in that episode. Like, how do the Avengers get paid? And I guess they said, like, it's kind of charity. Like, a bunch of nice people came out and said, hey, thanks for saving the world. Which I guess they don't work for the government, which is great. But again, you would have thought they would have actually gotten paid for this.
Yeah, some kind of compensation.
Yeah,
man.
didn't
like,
they
minimum wage or something? You know, I don't know, man.
They saved the world, my God.
That hurt my feelings, man. Like, well, I felt bad for him, man, because like he's an Avenger, and the guy was like, "Oh, I remember the banker was like, well, I seen you haven't had a job for the last 5 years." She's like, "Dude, I wasn't existing for 5 years. Well, you know, am I supposed to? I'm not gonna have job history when I'm, you know, not existing. You know what I'm saying?" Yeah. He's like, "Well, you know, it
seems a little bit of an oversight on the bank's part."
I don't know, man. Banks are ruthless, man. So I kind of believe they would. I mean, they would do that to people these days, man. I believe that, man. You know,
seems like a butthole move, and there are a lot of buttholes out there.
But the dude still, hey, man, didn't get a picture with you. He's like, are you serious right now, bro?
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna whoop that dude's butt.
Yeah, remember that monster I stabbed at the very end of Endgame? That's you next, my guy.
And then like they look through Bucky's phone. And she's like, you only got like 3 numbers, and one of this number, who's Sam? He keeps texting you, ignore him. He's like, don't even worry about it. I don't want to talk about it, you know? Like, Sam's trying to reach out to him, man. He that's pretty cool, man. Like I said, I think they need each other, man. And you see that they do. In the next episode, you see they need each other, man.
They do.
They really do, man. And it's... Are we going to go to the next... What did you think about the first episode? I'm sorry.
I didn't like it as much as you, and I really wish I did. This is coming off from my negative reaction to the whole of WandaVision. I think there were some really good things about WandaVision, but I think as a whole, it didn't stick the landing, and it really wasn't for me, because it just didn't, at the end of the day, tell a new and interesting story. It just felt like a generic Marvel product at the end of the day. And that's what I feared they were going to do with this. And they started it, and this... For their credit, this seems like a more generic, sock him in the face, punch the bad guy kind of Marvel movie. Now, with the stories that they're picking up with, I liked half of them. I really liked Bucky's storyline. I liked that he was dealing with his demons, and that he does have the repercussions of remembering every single person he's killed, but he didn't have control over his actions, and he had to witness himself commit these acts, and he has to deal with all this now. And it's just this horrible PTSD that he has to deal with, and it makes sense why Cap didn't choose him, because of all this he had to deal with.
You see that now. And you see that why he agreed, like, that's your shield, you know?
Yeah. And the same way, I completely get why he chose Falcon, because Falcon is a military leader. He's a leader for the people, and he can be a symbol where Captain America used to be. And I completely get why he turned the shield in. I thought that part of his story was also really interesting. That's a huge mantle to go after, because Captain America was like a 1 in a million superhero. You can't just say, like, oh, take up the mantle. Wow, that's a big mantle to fill, my guy.
It's like Falcon said, what's called a symbol is only as good as the people that believe in it. Now, I thought it was a pretty good line.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Now, the problem with that is I didn't give a crap about the other parts. Now, I understand why some people...
Which part? You talking about the bad guys or whatever?
No, well, the bad guys, yes.
Yeah, they were kind of lame, man.
The bad guys are pretty generic, and that's just kind of par for the course for Marvel. But I'll put them aside and say I didn't really care for the second half of Falcon's story with his sister. I'm not saying they're bad. Again, I don't think they're bad characters necessarily, but I don't think they're interesting, and I don't think they're useful.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how people say that like Marvel villains are really generic and they suck? Well, that's in a 2-hour movie. Now we're getting the bad guy in 6 or 7, 8 episodes, and they suck. Yeah, like you're right. Like I didn't even care about the bad guys. Like, they have superpowers and the flag smashes. Like, okay, whatever. And
occasionally they say, like, for the people, like, for the people.
Yeah.
Like, they sound like those goofy guys that, like, Shaun of the
They
Dead.
didn't feel like a threat to me, man. Even though they had superpowers or super strength, they didn't feel like a threat. But I still like the story with Bucky and Falcon enough to oversee that, man. You know?
I really wish they would have interacted in some way in the first episode, because there's not a lot of episodes with this, and I really like it when they interact with each other, because they didn't have a lot of interactions in the other movies, but when they did interact, it was awesome. And I really wish they interacted a little bit in the first episode to get me a little more hooked going forward. Now they fixed that in the second episode.
Well, that's why I liked about the first episode, because like I was telling you, was it when we first started watching this, like Bucky and Falcon, they're just side characters, man. They're Captain America's sidekicks, man. So to see them actually be fleshed out and have time to breathe and time to get depth. I actually thought it was pretty cool, man.
Yeah. I did find it funny that when we were watching this, me and my girlfriend were watching the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Halfway through of it, it was like, Falcon and Winter Soldier buying a boat. It just felt a little weird to me. It's like, I know where they're going with this, but it just felt like a story that didn't need to be picked up. Like, I could be dealing with like the repercussions of Bucky or Falcon dealing with the fact that he has to be the next Captain America. Instead, I have this character that I don't care about buying a boat.
Well, that's where we lead into the next episode.
Yes.
Like, he gives up the shield, and they say they're going to put it into the Smithsonian, and what happens?
The worst Captain
the
America.
New Captain America comes out in the end of the last episode, played by Kurt Russell's son, Wyatt Russell.
Yeah, he is a great actor, and he is. If no one has seen like Oblivion, it's a World War II. No, not Oblivion. Overlord.
Oh yeah, that
it's like the zombie World War II movie.
He was in that.
It sounds stupid, but it's a great movie. Go watch it. He's great in that.
It was awesome.
That being said, I hate his face. Now, I want to talk about him for a second. I thought he was okay. Like the first second he was on screen, like the first few minutes he's on screen, like, okay, he seems like a cool guy. And then as soon as he walks out on that field and starts high-fiving, this is like the new Captain America. He starts high-fiving people and he walks in front of the cameras
the generic drumline music. It was
Lord,
so
have
like
mercy.
Trying like, but that's ABC or CB. They were just trying too hard and like, oh, but yeah, and it tripped me out. It tripped me out because everyone thought he was going to be U.S. agent. But he's actually Captain America.
Yeah.
He's actually the new Captain America.
I liked that because it really showed that Captain America is more than just a shield. It's more than just a good guy. Because I thought he was an okay guy in like the opening, but as he progressed throughout the episode, I hated his face.
I thought he was Jarek at first, but then like he ends up like you find out he has no superpowers. He went through vigorous tests.
Yeah.
He's got he's like really smart, and I don't know, man. He's just like he didn't ask. He told Sam, I didn't ask for this, man. They they offered it to me, man, and someone had to freaking do it. You gave it up, man. How are you going to be mad at me?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, it shows that Captain America is not just being a good man. It's not just doing this. It's not just being a good soldier. It's much more. Captain America is much more than just those things.
Yeah. It's like to him. It's more.
Yeah.
To U.S. agent, to what? Not U.S. agent, but to what's his name? It's more to him, dude. Like, it means a lot to him. He's just not there for the. He's an actual soldier, dude. And like I said, he has no superpowers. He's out there trying to take on these super bad guys with no superpowers, and he's doing okay with the shield.
He's doing okay, which is kind of weird because he's throwing the shield around. Like, I guess you don't need super strength to hold that shield.
No, because what does Spider-Man say? That thing does not obey the laws of physics.
Yeah, I thought that was a joke, but apparently he was entirely right.
It's entirely the truth, man.
All right, thank you, Tom Holland.
But then, then at the end of the episode, he ends up running in with Bucky and Sam, and Bucky team up together. Yeah. Just not by choice.
Them together is amazing.
Yeah, dude.
They're so good together.
Yeah, it was good, dude. I remember he just said, "So what's the plan?" He just jumps out. He's like, "Oh, so there's no plan." And the dude's like, "Do you need to shoot?" He's like, "No, I'm fine." He just rips off his sleeve. He just jumps off the plane, and he tries to grab onto the trees, and then he falls, and then freaking Falcon's like, "Redbird got that all on film."
I think one of my friends said Falcon and Winter Soldier is a better love story than Pepper Potts and Iron Man.
See, dude, and it's just them. That's why I like it, man, because you get them together, man. He's like, so what's your little robot brain thinking about right now? He's like, dude, you don't want to know, And then the staring contest with the shrink. And he's like,
we're getting closer. Oh yeah, we're getting closer.
We're getting close. Yeah, come on. Oh, you want to touch me?
Put your leg right there. You're like, oh, let's get uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was funny.
So good.
And then even when they were riding in the back of the Jeep with Captain America, he's like, does he always just look at people? You get used to it.
You gotta wonder if it's some of these actors just making up some of this stuff on the shoot, because all that stuff is hilarious.
And you know what? And I didn't like the new Captain America's his sidekick. I don't know what that dude's name, but he was he needs to go somewhere. I think his name was like Spark or Star.
Why did he have to be there?
I don't know, but he was. Oh God, that was so funny.
I guess he just like, hey, Captain America always has like a choking black eye sidekick. Let's just get you in.
Yeah,
here.
I didn't like that. That was not good. But to see the new Captain America try. He's like, I need you guys to help me, man. I can't do this, man. And they're like, yeah, F you. We don't want to help you. You're a douchebag. He's trying, dude. I don't know, man. I sympathize with him. I think he might turn to the bad guy. I think he's gonna be a bad guy.
Oh, I definitely think he's gonna be the bad guy, and I definitely think I get why you sympathize with him. Man, I just hate him.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the episode, I know it seems like he's trying to do good, but at the end of the episode, he just told Falcon and Bucky, like, don't get in my way. It's like, you are not Captain America. Get out of my face.
And at the end of episode 2, Bucky they find that super soldier who was around, but he went into hiding.
Yeah, the old guy.
Yeah. And then freaking Bucky tells Sam, we gotta find someone who knows about Hydra.
Oh, yeah.
And then you see Zemo. They go to see Zemo, and he's the big bad. So all these flag smasher freaking people, they're generic, and that's whatever. But I'm thinking Zemo is going to be the bad guy.
Yeah. It dawns on me there's like 6 bad guys now. There's fake Captain America. There's dumb Captain America sidekick. There's all these weird cultist dudes and their redhead chick leader who Disney is insistent
she was
on becoming an action
She was on
hero.
Solo.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
And she looks like she's 4 years old.
You think she looks young, right?
She looks so young.
Yeah.
And every like she was in Solo and she was kicking butt, and she was in this and she's kicking butt. It's like, you look like she could be in kindergarten. She's so tiny. She's so tiny. And Disney's like insistent on making her an action hero. And then like they got Zemo now, so they got like a bajillion villains already.
I like it. It's only episode 2, I think, and the action's been good. The action has been
pretty good,
and and the special effects look a lot more crisper and clearer than they did in WandaVision.
They did,
for sure. Like they actually spent a little more extra money on this.
They got some polished time.
Yeah, so I think it looks good, and it's just the beginning. And like I said, they're not used to making the 6-hour movies, just 2-hour movies. So this is a new formula for them. I think it's gonna get better. I like it. Like I said, I like it more than WandaVision because WandaVision was just something different.
Yeah,
and this is. It's like Captain America 4 without Captain America.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like, man.
I'm not holding my breath for anything. I know they don't. I know that Disney doesn't have the balls to tell like the new and original stories that I think most of us kind of want them to now. Experiment a little bit. You're Marvel. You can make a movie of anything. But I do like Bucky. I do like Falcon, and I do love their interactions. And I'm interested to see where this continues. So episode 2, I really liked. Episode 1, but we'll see where it goes.
Let's go on to the next one.
Okay. There was some news that dropped in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series recently. The full cast was announced. The full cast, I'm going to butcher all of these names except for like the main guys.
No, let's not butcher these people's names. Let's just say the people we know.
No, let's not? Okay, we'll try. Ewan McGregor, obviously, as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker.
Moses Ingram. Yep. Joel Edgerton. Bonnie Picey. Kumal Nanjiani. Yep. The guy from Stuber. Indira Varma from Game of Thrones, Rupert Friend, who was Agent 47, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube's son, Ice Cube Jr., Sung Kang from, Fast and Furious, and I don't know who Simon Kessel was from.
I don't know which he's from. I think
Benny Safadis.
I think the last 2 are pretty new.
But oh my God, like I said, look at this picture of Hayden Christensen. Is that a recent picture? Dude's looking good, man.
I guess so. I think you and me were talking about this before the podcast.
He has not aged, man.
No, Ian McGregor and Hayden Christensen have aged like fine wine. Dang.
I mean, even Joel Edgerton, he's got that salt and pepper in his beard, but he still looks good too.
He's got the old man gritty look. He's doing good for himself.
Dude, what do you think about Joel Edgerton's Wolverine, man?
I don't know about that.
I don't know, man.
Haven't considered, like, I'm a huge Hugh Jackman fan. I love him as Wolverine, so I really don't want to see anyone in the role except for Hugh Jackman. So I can consider that. I can consider him or Tom Hardy.
Oh, God, I knew you were going to say Tom Hardy.
Yeah, you just don't like Tom Hardy.
Anyways, what do you think about this cast? I think it looks good, man. They got some good actors and some funny. It's just a mix of everything, man. Like, how are they going to make this work?
It's a mix of cast that really makes sense.
Yeah.
Obviously, McGregor, Hayden Christensen, Joel Edgerton are the original returning people, and then the new people, the new faces. I'm really interested in O'Shea Jackson Jr. because I actually really liked him and a lot of his other stuff.
Did you watch it Straight Outta Compton?
I watched clips of that one, but that's not my type of movie. But I did see one of his shooter movies with, what's the guy in 300? The star?
Russell. Den of Thieves?
Yeah, Den of Thieves. He was really, really good in that. He was really good in that, and I'm actually interested in seeing his stuff in the future. So I'm actually really interested in seeing him. He looks just like his
dad. That's crazy how much he looks like his father.
Yeah, it's pretty spitting image right there. And I don't know. I don't know.
Man.
I don't know what any of these guys are going to be playing, though.
I don't know, man. I've kind of.
It's a good cast.
It's a good cast, but I'm kind of discouraged. I don't see Tamora Morrison because they were saying rumors he was going to play Rex and Cody, but.
Yeah. Well, this can't be the full cast.
Yeah,
This has to be like a certain section of the cast.
Because they even said that Ray Park's Darth Maul is going to be in there too, and he's not up here. So maybe there's some special cameos, or they're not listing right now.
Oh, you think Disney's hiding something for us? You think they're going to be surprising us? They have to be surprising us.
But they said it starts filming next month, and this is gonna be good, man.
I'm really, and you said there was only like 5-6 episodes.
I think 6 episodes long.
Okay, 6 episodes.
6 episodes an hour. They're gonna be hour long.
They said hour-long episodes. So
maybe even
thank God.
Maybe even longer. We don't know. You don't know for sure because they might do like a Game of Thrones season 8, where each episode is like an hour and 15-20 minutes.
I hope so.
Oh my God, could you imagine that?
This is gonna be a pretty somber story for Star Wars because Obi-Wan's story going from Revenge of the Sith to A New Hope is pretty somber and pretty depressing. He goes from like being a Jedi, the Jedi Temple. He's on the Council, and now he has nothing but sand. He's watching after the Chosen One.
And they said Liam Neeson might be in it.
Oh, he has to be. They tease that in Revenge of the Sith. He has to be there. If they're following the story,
you think Yoda? You think we see Yoda? Chance we see Yoda?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I think there's a chance we can get Yoda.
Probably.
I mean, just not like in the movie. Well, in the movie, but like maybe talking to him. Like when he's trying to meditate, you hear like Yoda like, what have you been? Just Master Yoda. Just talk to him, because he knows of Yoda when he tells Luke, "Hey man, go to Dagobah and see my old master." So I'm sure they're communicating. You know what I mean?
Obi-Wan Kenobi digging a hole, taking a shite. Yoda shows up. Oh, what you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
But yeah, I'm excited to see this. I'm so happy that this was in limbo for so long. I can remember they were talking about an Obi-Wan Kenobi by itself, an Obi-Wan Kenobi standalone movie by itself, and then Solo flop. So they like maybe not, and then maybe this, and then the Mandalorian came and knocked everybody out of the park. Like, well, let's just do a Kenobi series, and now it's the cast is set. You know what I'm saying? They start shooting next month, and next year we're going to have this show, man. And it's going to be amazing. And we get Vader versus Obi-Wan Part 2.
Oh, baby. Here's the thing with this. Star Wars has proven...
Part 3, not Part 2. Part 3. That's right. This is the third duel.
Yeah. Star Wars has proven as of recent that it does really, really, really well with TV. It translates very well with the Clone Wars, and it translates very well with the Mandalorian. So with this story being stretched out for as long as possible, we get a long time to explore Obi-Wan Kenobi's psyche and what he leads up to in A New Hope.
I just thought of something. Like you just said, like Star Wars is doing really good with the TV shows, making it longer, and Marvel's having so much trouble like making the TV shows. Like it's like, yeah, man, like maybe Marvel just needs to stick to making movies and let Star Wars be TV shows, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Do you think? Because I just like you're right. Because the Clone Wars was badass, and Mandalorian's awesome, and I'm sure Obi-Wan's gonna be cool.
I think pay attention to like the ending of every episode. When WandaVision came out and the ending happened, it was like a resounding dud. It's like
because it's reset. That's why it started all over again.
Man, when Mandalorian season 2 finale happened, everyone was like, "Oh, we talked about that for weeks,
months, dude. We're still talking about it, man. We still argue about it."
Do you remember that scene when Luke Skywalker came in? Everyone remembers that scene when that starfighter came in. It's like, oh, it's just one. It's like, that's Luke.
Well, I didn't know for sure. It was like you really couldn't see.
You couldn't confirm, and then it was like slowly like, no, it's not Luke. No, it's not Luke. Oh, it's Luke. There's the hand and the lightsaber.
So what do you think? You're pretty stoked to see this?
I'm excited to see it.
I'm glad. Like, are you glad that it's actually starting to shoot?
I'm glad that they're getting it done because for the longest time this has just been in like pre-production.
I want to see some concept art. I want to see some costumes. I want to see like stuff when that starts coming out, man. Like a sizzle reel or something.
Yeah, give me something with Ian McGregor. Yeah. Something.
Maybe we'll get something for May the 4th because they'll have shooting for like maybe 3 or 4 weeks.
Probably.
Have something.
I don't know. I don't think so. They might get like on set photos. Maybe like a selfie with Ian McGregor.
Dude, and some of these people might be droids. Remember that.
That's true.
Like, I think Kumano Nunjanji Stuber, I think he's going to be a droid.
Yeah, that's a
droid or alien. Definitely not a human.
No, that's actually true. He could be a pretty good... I think he's going to be an alien.
Yeah, like Horatio Sands was an alien.
I think he'd be a lovely alien.
I think that'd be badass.
Okay.
Next subject.
Next topic. I need to like bring this up on my computer because I keep having to pull this up on my phone. Bad Bad Batch. Keeping in the Star Wars news, the new trailer dropped today. What do you think of the new trailer for the Bad Batch? For those of you who don't know, Bad Batch is a new series that's coming to Disney Plus about the clone troopers, rogue clone troopers, enhanced clone troopers that have kind of rogued off in the Clone Wars and are kind of like their own independent clone trooper army.
I thought it was dope. I liked it. The animation looks good. It looks clearer than the Clone Wars season 8. It looks more crisp, and the story looks dope. Like when the first trailer came out, people thought like the way it set it up, like they were gonna join the Empire and trying to exist within the Empire.
Yeah.
But this one, they're going against.
Nah, you're rebelling.
They're rebelling against the Empire and going against the Empire, and they're going to be on the run as fugitives, man. Oh, dude. And freaking Moff Tarkin's like sending out, like, bringing, or whatever, Unit 99 must be destroyed, and no one can take them out, dude. Oh, I can't wait, man.
We've seen a lot of like the pre-Order 66 stuff, but we've never really seen it from like the clones' perspective. We got a little bit of like the ending of the Clone Wars when we got to see Rex go out, like his psychological crap and firing and shooting Ahsoka and having to kill his brothers from Order 66. But I'm really interested to see like all the clones go after their fellow clones.
Oh, man. And how they're going to survive it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, is this, or do they even have chips? Have they found their chips and taken them out?
See, because they're like a rogue squadron, I feel like they are immune to this somehow. Also, because they're not really a part of the Empire as of right now.
Well, when we watched it together, we saw Rex.
That's true. No, yeah, we pointed that out. I didn't even see him.
I didn't even see him. We saw Rex. So maybe Rex got with him and said, "Hey, man, you got these chips in you, bro. You got to take them out."
Yeah, because they do start at the Empire.
Yeah. Or maybe they get up with Rex after he's escaped with Ahsoka. We don't know.
Probably. No, here's what I think happens: they start with the Empire, and then you see them in some kind of like prison cell because they got the prison clothes on, and then they escape with some kind of clone chick. Is this a clone chick?
Maybe she's because she looks like a clone of Boba Fett, but it's a female. I don't know. Maybe they're doing some genetic tech. I don't know. Maybe it was something because they're all genetic. They're not enhanced. They're genetic defects.
Yeah.
They're mutations.
Yeah, it's weird how that went. Like, they did stop the cloning process after the Clone Wars, so maybe this was a part of the defects, like clone. Oh, chick, this one was what?
It was like Jurassic Park. Life finds a way.
Life finds a way. Life finds a way.
I know. What do you think? You stoked to watch it?
I don't know how they're going to implement their story into this because if you see in Rebels, spoilers for Rebels, I guess, but if you see in Rebels that Rex had a team of clone troopers that survived Order 66 and are just kind of surviving on Tatooine in this like AT-AT Walker Majigger, and these guys aren't with them. So clearly either they disband it or they die.
Man, we see them with Rex. It looks like they're on Jakku or something.
Yeah,
because you see like a desert planet with a bunch of
like all the Star
Cruisers. Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe they
man.
are on Jakku.
I don't know, man. But like we were saying,
maybe they run across Rey and just like kick sand at her. Something.
It looks like it's gonna be like a Jedi. It's gonna be like a war espionage kind of like action flick, like action series,
They said they weren't going to have Jedis in this episode, which I think is kind of a waste because if you think of like the opportunities they could have had, they could have had them go up against like training at the very beginning with the Empire with Grand Moff Tarkin. Like, I want to see these guys train, and then when he sees who they are, it's like, okay, let's send these guys after some Jedi, and they feel guilty about it. They end up having to fight this Jedi, and maybe they kill him, or maybe they don't kill him, and that's what gets him in prison. That could happen. Maybe that's a storyline, or maybe I'm just fanboying.
I don't know, man. That's a good prediction. I mean, we don't know. We're not going to know until we see it, man. Like I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe they just, go up to their commander and knock him out. Because they don't. Every like clone brigade or whatever has a Jedi in charge of them.
Yeah.
They don't have a Jedi in charge of them. They're in charge of themselves. Wolf's in charge. He's the leader of them. So.
But you saw in like the Clone Wars that they were friendly towards Jedi.
They
liked Skywalker.
Yeah.
He's cool. Well, Skywalker was kind of like the rogue Jedi, so they probably really liked him more than any of the other Jedi.
They were also talking crap to like the Rex, like we don't need a Jedi. Mm-hmm. We handle our own battles. We do it ourselves, and which I thought was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool, and maybe they might have like a little leniency towards killing the Jedi.
And also Echo is still with him.
Yeah, he's in it.
He was actually we went with him.
Still looking weird and pasty.
Yeah, he's got the crazy droid arm.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think it looks good. I think it's gonna be good. And like I said, since Star Wars has been bought, since Lucasfilm was bought by Disney, Filoni's had the best. He's had the best Star Wars come out.
He's had the most consistent content.
Yeah, Rebels, Mandalorian, Clone Wars, and now this, man. I think he's been the most consistent, man.
It's funny how when you give someone who's passionate, who knows the story of Star Wars, the reins, it actually turns out good.
Speaking of Filoni, I think it's good. Maybe he's not going to do a movie. Maybe his Ahsoka series, and then this, and then maybe he gets a second season. I think it's gonna be good, dude.
Maybe he just needs to stick with TV.
Maybe
because that's what he excels at, like writing these arcs.
TV right now is so much better than the movies, man.
It is.
Like I said, like Marvel hasn't figured out, but you get more time to tell your story, dude, and flesh out your characters, your bad guy and your good guy.
Yeah. The best thing that the Star Wars TV shows have done is it gives depth to things that maybe didn't mean much to people back then, like the prequels. For a lot of people, the Clone Wars validated the prequels in a lot of people's eyes. And then, like, the ending of the Clone Wars really left a bigger gut punch for Revenge of the Sith.
And also it gives more perspective.
Yeah.
Like, a lot more perspective. Like you said, this is going to be another take on like, the clones, like, the birth of the Empire.
Yeah.
Like, Order 66, this is another look at it.
We see this from the clones' perspective.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's going to add to the lore. So, yeah, I'm all for it, man.
I wonder how do they feel about that? Because one second they're working with these Jedi and they're working at the Jedi Temple, and the other second they're all dead, and now this is a completely new thing.
That's just like Bucky, dude. Like Bucky, like, killing those people and can't be in control. How, like, that's a
great comparison.
You know what I mean? Like he's killing these people, and he knows he's killing them, but he can't stop.
Yeah.
Like with Rex and Ahsoka, Lee, I can't stop it. I don't know what I'm, like, it's going to be crazy, man. Yeah, for sure. So
excited.
May the 4th be with you. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait to get some Star Wars, man, for sure.
It's very exciting. I'm very interested in talking about
Next topic.
Another thing that has been circling the web as of recent, and the reason why our channel's been getting a lot of views, is Zack Snyder's Snyder Cut, the Snyderverse. There's been a lot of news about that going on, specifically about the Snyderverse, and if HBO is going to continue that, if Warner Bros. Continue that. Apparently there's a civil war going on between those two companies if the Snyderverse should actually continue.
Because AT&T owns them both, and you got Warner Brothers Media, who's like, we're not going forward with this, because that was it, and HBO Max is like, dude, there's possibly some life. There's something here. People want to see this, man.
Well, look at it from a business perspective. Warner Bros. Has something going with their original movies. Like with Aquaman, it went like from $1 billion. The original Justice League didn't do that good, so maybe in their minds, they thought Zack Snyder's vision may not be getting us the big bang. Wonder Woman did good. Even the second Wonder Woman did pretty good. Aquaman did really good. Shazam did really good. From their perspective, that's working out for them. For HBO, they want to create more individual content. They want to make more stuff like this. Zack Snyder's
original
cut,
content,
the Snyder Cut did really good for HBO.
Yeah,
and
still doing good. It's still we're still getting views. You know what I mean. So
it's been the top. And like continue the Snyderverse has been trending for a very long time. Like restore the Snyderverse.
Like they're saying reports that HBO Max wants to get maybe one more Batman movie and another Superman movie.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be if they do it. I don't know. I'm not gonna say never. We'll see. I'm gonna give it a year.
Yeah,
because a lot can happen in a year. But it's not gonna be big budget, dude. It's not gonna be like a $200 million movie. It's probably gonna be like a $70 million movie. It's gonna have to get cheap. But it can. If the story's there, it can still be good. I really want to see the Batman, dude. I really.
Yeah.
Oh man, seeing the Snyder version of the Lex Luthor Deathstroke, where he tells him Batman's identity. He's like, well, I guess we do have something to celebrate. That's where Batman's movie starts. He's going after Batman next. I want to see that, dude. I really do, because I think it's going to be pretty sick.
I know. The thing is, unfortunately, it's wish fulfillment that movie will exist. The thing is, Snyder Cut was also wish fulfillment. It's like people were saying for the longest time, like, does this cut exist? Like, are they ever going to release it? And it seemed like a hoax, like a far theory that was never going to come to light, and it came to light. And HBO is pushing for more of this content. And it seems like they're going for more in what the fans want. The fans want to see more of Zack Snyder's universe. The fans really want to have that story continue.
Because Warner Brothers said this year is next year. All their movies are going straight to theaters.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be any more movies coming streaming. That's just this year. So if they're going to compete with Netflix and Disney Plus, they need to make original content that people want to see. And if you come out with a movie like a badass movie like once a year that continues the verse, or a TV show, could you imagine a Superman TV show with Henry Cavill in it? Oh man!
I don't think they would do that though, because they got another TV show happening right now with like Superman and Lois.
But it's a different universe.
It would be different.
Totally different, man. I really hope we get. It's probably gonna happen. I like to see the Batman, Ben Affleck's version of the Batman, because he was my favorite Batman. I'm not gonna lie. I like Keaton, but I think Affleck's version would beat the crap out of Keaton, dog. I swear to God. He's like twice the Keaton size, man. You know.
He's just a big guy.
He's just
He look. Huge, I love Christian Bale. Christian Bale's my Batman. I will always love Christian Bale. But if Christian Bale's Batman walks out to me, he's like, cool, big guy. If Ben Affleck's Batman comes up to me, he's like, I'm gonna die very soon.
Like you said the other day, yesterday with Peter, we were talking about costumes. Like you liked his gray and black. I liked it too because it doesn't like a superhero costume. It looks like something meshed together. And I like it. Looks good on live action.
It shouldn't have worked.
That shouldn't have worked, but it does. I don't know what it is, man.
It's partly Zack Snyder's direction and how he portrays his Batman. It's partly Ben Affleck's performance. It's partly the guy who designed that awesome costume and the fact that it made it very comic accurate, but still nitty gritty and made it look real.
And also in the news today, it was said that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, has gone to bat trying to voice, we need to continue the Snyderverse. We need to continue it.
Now, that seemed like a far-fetched rumor until I remembered that he did play Shazam. So maybe that is the case. He played Black Adam.
He's playing Black Adam.
That's fake news. He plays Black Adam. But maybe that is the case because he is part of this universe now. Maybe he does want to continue Zack Snyder's universe.
But look at it. His bad guy was supposed to be a bad guy in Zack Snyder's universe.
Yeah.
He's supposed to battle Shazam and Henry Cavill's Superman. And he's supposed to battle freaking Batman. He's supposed to be a part of the Legion of Doom. You know, maybe he feels like, dude, like... Because they said he's like, this is ridiculous. Why are we not doing this, you know?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question from a fan standpoint. What is the storyline that HBO, and not Snyder's direction, but what do you think the storyline is with Warner Bros. And their movies right now? Because all they have is like standalone movies. What do you think their direction is right now?
They don't have a direction.
Exactly.
They're saying that they don't want to do a universe now. It's just going to go back to them just being by them. Like Batman's going to be in Batman's universe. Superman's going to do his own thing. And which is boring. And, you know, like...
I think that's the point. Snyder had a vision and he knows where this is going. Did you see the interview they had with him where he explained where his vision was going to lead?
Yes.
That's crazy and it's awesome. It gets you excited for those nightmare scenes where he's describing like what Superman is going to end up being and what Batman is going to end up being and how they're going to have a confrontation in the future and how Darkseid's going to play into that. Those future storylines get you excited, and it sees that Snyder had a vision where Warner Bros. Is interested in making good movies, but they don't have an end game.
Like, I love the Joker. I thought that movie was sick. Joaquin Phoenix, man, but it's by itself, man. And it's not... How that Joker deserves a Batman, dude. He deserves he deserves an arch nemesis. He deserves to go take it to the next level.
Yeah.
And even like the next Batman, the Batman that's coming out.
Yeah.
That movie looks awesome, but it's by itself, man. And we're in a time now where you don't have to do that anymore, man. People don't want to see. I mean, they want to see contained movies, but they also, I don't know, man. I don't know what people want. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. I know what I want.
Yeah.
I want what I see. I want Justice League. I want the universe, man. That's what I want, dude.
Yeah.
I want to see Batman, Superman team up again with Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Flash and Shazam and the Martian Manhunter and the Green Lantern. I want to see all that, man. I don't want to see them by themselves no more, dude.
No.
You know, Marvel's starting to take a step back. They've been on hold for a while, and now with their shows, like I like them, but everyone else, the census is pretty weak. I want something different, man. Give me something different. And right now, you know, the pan is hot. It's hot right now for people want this. And if they would have just stayed the course, man, we could already have Justice League 2 and 3, the Green Lantern Corps, Shazam 1 and 2, Aquaman 1 and 2 already, you know.
Yeah, if they would have stayed the course.
If they would have stayed the course, man. And right now they could be making a shit ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Here's the thing. Warner Bros. Is doing what they think is right, and they are producing good movies. Like you said, Joker, it was a really good movie.
Oh.
Aquaman is a great movie.
Yeah.
All of those movies can stand on their own, and they're good. I think it's a difference of opinion. Zack Snyder had a vision for where he was going. He had, like, movie arcs. And now that I look back on Batman v Superman, now that I look back on Man of Steel, all the arcs made sense coming up to Zack Snyder's Justice League. And it makes sense, and it makes me even more excited for where that movie could have gone. The fact that there were so many teases for the future of that, it's kind of disappointing that we're not going to continue with that.
And was it perfect? Was it a perfect movie? No.
No.
But neither was Age of Ultron. Mm-hmm. You know, that was a weak movie.
It wasn't Marvel also.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then freaking Infinity War, I loved it, but some people didn't. They thought that was a weak Avenger movie.
Yeah.
And then also, I loved Endgame. People thought Endgame was a weak Avenger movie. Mm-hmm. In the Marvel movies, most of the Avenger movies aren't even the top 3. Mm-hmm. It's Avengers, maybe, and definitely Winter Soldier, and 3 is blurry. I don't know what 3 is, but probably Endgame or. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, like, not all of them are winners, man. You know, but people still wanted to go see them because they wanted to see the culmination of the movies, man. You know what I'm saying? They're invested, and now it looks like people want to get back invested in the Snyderverse, man. You know, I know I do, man.
And look. Again, the reason why I'm a little less interested in the Warner Bros. Continuation of their movies is because it does kind of seem very familiar to Marvel. Like the quippy humor, the quirky characters. Snyder's vision was not Marvel. It was anything but Marvel. He approached it in a non-Marvel way, and that's why it was interesting going forward.
But it still had humor.
It did have humor.
It was still quippy, but it had its own visual style. Right. You know, it didn't look anything like Marvel. No. It was his own thing, and it was rated R, but it wasn't like Deadpool rated R. There was only a couple shots in that movie that made it R, and a couple F-bombs, too many. But other than that, it was a PG-13 movie, man. You know, so
I think Warner Bros. Had a wasted opportunity, but again, it entirely depends on where this one's going. You know, what do you want?
We're gonna have the Snyderverse. It's gonna happen, dude. I think it's gonna happen.
I think there's a possibility because for the longest time, people were saying the Snyder Cut wasn't going to happen, and now it did. So people are fighting for this.
What odds you give it? What odds do you give it?
The fact that fans have been given more power as of recent, I think that we have a strong opportunity to see the Snyderverse return.
So 50-50? Or 40-60?
Like 40-60. I think 60% we do get it because, again, the fact that fans have so much power to dictate what these companies do now. So I'm positive.
I say 50-50, man, because money talks and bullshit walks. And at the end of the day, AT&T, they're about making money. If they feel they can make money on HBO Max with us, they're gonna do it.
Yeah,
they don't care what Warner Bros. They own both. They can do what they want. They can sit there and complain like, "Hey, what is?" But at the end of the day, if it's gonna make AT&T money, they're gonna do it. It doesn't matter. And if they can convince Snyder to do it. I say 50-50 because they got to see how much it's going to cost because they can't put $200 per, not $200. They can put $200. $200. They can't put they can't put $200 million per movie.
Okay.
They can't. It has to be budgeted, man. But I think it's possible because I mean, they're going to do a Green Lantern Corps TV show on HBO Max, and they're doing a Peacekeeper. Why not do it? Why not have Spider-Man? I mean, Spider-Man. Yeah. Why not have Spider-Man on HBO Max? I'm sorry. Why not have Superman and Batman? Or even another Shazam movie. Like, I can't wait to see the next Shazam movie, dude. Yeah. I don't know, man. Let's do it. I was really bummed that Shazam didn't show up in the Zack Snyder cut.
And I was right.
You were right. It was Martian Manhunter. I was bummed, man. I was like, man,
I want to go back in time and say that it's like, like it looks like Martian Manhunter.
Like at the end where like the Flash misses to touch him and then the world dies. Like the world ends. Shazam come in like, hey bro, you need a thunderbolt? Like my dad, like I'm basically Zeus, or something. Like, because Zeus is the one that separates the mother boxes so he can use his lightning. And I don't know, whatever. But definitely continue the Snyderverse, man.
Continue the Snyderverse. Restore the Snyderverse.
Restore it, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the 12th episode of the Zilla Boys podcast. Wait a second. Is this the 12th?
Wow. Burp number 4 and 5 right there. I think it's 11. I think it's 13.
You know what? It's sad that I lost track already.
Let's
figure this out. We're going to check right now, see what this is. Live checking because we don't do our own research. Apparently, we don't keep track of our own episodes.
13 because when it's 13. Number 13.
So, episode
Lucky
13
number
of the Zilla Boys
13, baby.
podcast. Thank you very much for everyone who subscribed, who is listening to our podcast, who continues to listen to our podcast. We really appreciate everyone who listens and subscribes. And if you're listening for the first time, why don't you hit that subscription button and the notification button to get notifications on our most recent podcasts. We also have Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Check us out there. Download it. Share with your friends. And that is going to be it for today. Also, a reminder, our Kong versus Godzilla will be coming out on April 6th. We will
place your bets, ladies and gentlemen, over here. Place your bets.
We will be resuming our normal podcast on April 7th on a Wednesday. Ernesto.
Good show, man. Good show.
Yeah, man.
We're going to roll those credits.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.